So this is a presentation of our doctoral colloquium paper, Designing VR Environments for Distance Learning. And we are three authors, Richard and Guillermo, PhD students at the University of Limoges. And so we work in two different universities. Some of us work at the University of Strasbourg, northeast of France, and University of Limoges is, let's say, at the center of France. And Xlim and Lisek are our research labs. And everything we do is related to some programs we have at the University of Strasbourg, a program, master program related to virtual reality, and some online courses, e-learning programs we have at the University of Limoges. So this is an example of what you could have with Zoom, Skype, and everything. This is called Big Blue Button. So this is the usual tool we have in France for distance learning with students or teachers, and you see different types of interactions you can have. And on the other side, we have virtual reality. So on the left, you have an example of a student working with a VR headset. And the other pictures is a snapshot from Mozilla Hubs, where you could have some collaborative meetings and stuff inside the virtual environment. And the goal for us is to formalize the design of a collaborative VR environment for distance learning, and we'll show how this works with our own VR environment. And we did some experimentations with a group of distance learning students. So we try to use this kind of human operator-centered design. And the important thing here is the kind of loop you see in the middle. So you could have a lot of iterations. As long as you're not satisfied with a prototype, you can enhance the prototype and go on and go on. So this is the actual state of our VR environment. So we have some users here in kind of a virtual classroom, and there is a blackboard here where you could add some information and interact with it. So the context of use is that we try to fight the sense of isolation that you could have in online distance learning. And we also have technology issues also with the VR headsets, of course, and issues with teacher training. So it has to be simple for the teachers. And there are a lot of different distances you could define between users in a VR environment, especially they are at different locations. And that could be technological, affective, economic, and stuff like this. So we try to tame these kind of distances. And this is an example of the form the teacher can fill to create an activity. So as you can see, it's very simple. You just have to specify some activity, title, and duration and stuff. But you can also add some contents, some 3D models, for example. And this is a table you can see also in the paper. What's important here is that we have a system to communicate with the audio, so people can listen and talk to each other. And there are some interactions with some elements in the virtual environments, especially the blackboard. And this is an example of the first prototype we had with the spherical avatars, which was interesting, but we did try to improve this, and especially the shape of the avatars. So we tried a second experiment with some robots, as you can see here. And finally, we went to, let's say, human avatars. And these human avatars are designed using some personal pictures of the people. So this is an example with Marc Trestini, the third author of the paper. So from a picture, we have some manual design for the 3D model. So that's something we could try to improve to make this task automatic. but this is not the case for now. And so the final illustration of our VR environment here is interaction with some 3D models. So this is a random heart model. If you imagine this in a medical school class. And so you can grab the object, make it rotate and everything. And this is the illustration of the hardware, software layers we have. So we use A-frame, the A-frame library to display 3D graphics mainly. And this is rather powerful. And for the evaluation of the the prototypes, we had some Google Forms we use. So this is only an example. Of course, it's in French. And here we try to ask if the duration of the activity was okay for the students. And so all in all, we had success trying to design this kind of collaborative VR environment. So we would like to evaluate now how it compares to other environments such as Mozilla Hubs or some other environments like this, and also try new experiments. And one thing we would like to do would be to add some emotions to the avatars, which is kind of a challenge. So we'll see. Thank you very much.